Soul-led trauma healing. This is the future of trauma healing. This is the future for all of us as we're remembering our souls and allowing our higher self to guide us from within. Hi, I'm Stella, Yann, founder and chief storyteller at NEO, which stands for the New Earth Order. This is the first official New Earth Order prediction. We're about to see soul-led trauma healing. Meaning, the way that we're healing trauma is not going to start with our habits, with our mindset, and even our heart posture, but rather with our soul's history and soul purpose. Because we have ancestral, generational curses to break, so to speak. We have wounds and trauma that is rooted in our ancestral patterns and roots, which is often missed in the therapy sessions that we have at the moment on Earth. We're going to see therapy actually assisting people with healing past lifetime wounds, which is usually the core wound that affects us lifetime after lifetime and even generation after generation in the case of generational trauma. What we see in therapy at the moment is very close to what we see. We go to the doctor. We come with a set of symptoms and we get prescribed pills, drugs, medicine to heal the symptoms, but they do not heal the core wound, the root of the problem. It's the same in therapy. People come with a set of symptoms, and then the conversation circles around those symptoms, but it really actually gets to the heart of the problem, the root of the problem, the reason why the person is struggling. Our souls are ready to be heard, are ready to be liberated, are ready to be seen. And it's a matter of us making space for that to happen. And so the way that psychology has been approached, taught, and learned is going to change. The way that therapy is done is also going to change to include more of the soul and not necessarily treating the soul, but rather making sure that there is enough space for the soul to come to the surface. This might trigger some of the industries, some of the professionals with credentials that fulfill the ego's need to feel validated with a piece of paper. We know that the soul cannot be seen, but we also know that the soul can be seen and heard in so many ways because the soul is constantly looking for ways to be expressed through us. Therapy is going to support us channeling our souls and overriding the programming and the conditioning that has perpetuated cycles of trauma to continue for generations. Our ancestors are begging us for us to listen to the guidance that they're trying to communicate with us. Our souls are trying to speak to us. And because we're not listening, we're creating additional trauma. Therapists have an opportunity to redesign how therapy is done on Earth and support not only people that are struggling with burnout, depression, and mental health issues, but also parents that are preparing to welcome new souls, parents that are ready to break cycles. Therapists can also help brand new souls that are entering the system so that they can channel more of their consciousness from the very beginning without actually inflicting any trauma, any further trauma onto them. This is the future of therapy, and one way or another, we're going to get there. We're also going to see the rise of healers and shamans that are taking up more space in society because they can actually guide people towards the ancestral healing that therapists cannot. The current therapeutic model for healing, the conversational therapy, is still useful. However, it is not able to assist people with past lifetime wounds. It does not even acknowledge the existence of such wounds. Psychology, psychologists, therapists, psychiatrists currently consider people that talk about past life wounds and trauma to be dealing with psychosis, schizophrenia, and so on. When oftentimes these are people that are remembering their past lifetimes and also the wounds that come with those past lifetimes. So it's time for us to change the discourse around what is happening here because some people are actually more spiritually attuned and aligned with their souls. So it's time for the world of psychology that is backed up by science to embrace more of spirituality. And as the two worlds co create safe space for us to channel our souls, we're going to bring the healing that our planet needs from us to bring at this time as we're awakening, ascending, and integrating more of our authentic blueprint, that which we're here to accomplish and embody with our essence. Because our purpose begins with our identity, knowing who we are. And we will not find who we are looking outside of us. There are plenty of tools to help us to ask the right questions, but the answers ultimately come from within. And so therapy is going to assist people with answering the big questions. It's going to help people venture back in without getting lost so that they can reconnect with themselves. The role of the therapist isn't to create further codependency so that the therapist can continue to receive a paycheck. The role of the therapist is to assist people and regaining their sovereignty, their independence from the system, from narcissistic patterns. So there is a lot of healing to be done, even when it comes to therapists getting their qualifications, which might trigger some people, as I said at the start of this message. Soul led trauma healing. This is the future of trauma healing. This is the future for all of us as we're remembering our souls and allowing our higher self to guide us from within.